Have you ever wondered what happens when a case that has already captured national attention takes another unexpected turn? In the past few hours, a new development has sparked intense discussion across Nigeria, especially among people closely following the legal proceedings involving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A statement attributed to Chief Barrister Maxwell Opara has raised fresh questions after he alleged that Emeritus Professor Martin Aghaji, a respected medical expert, was arrested at his residence in Enugu State. The claim has quickly spread across social media and generated widespread public reactions. According to the statement, Professor Martin Aghaji is the medical expert who reportedly carried out an independent medical assessment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The statement further claims that his medical findings differed from the medical report reportedly presented by the Department of State Services, commonly known as the DSS. As this story continues to attract attention, it is important to note that this account is based on the public statement attributed to Chief Barrister Maxwell Opara. At the time this video was prepared, viewers are encouraged to follow any additional official updates or independent confirmations that may emerge. Before we continue, if you appreciate balanced updates that focus on the facts and avoid unnecessary sensationalism, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and share this report with others who are interested in current affairs. Also, let us know your thoughts in the comments section. We always encourage respectful discussions based on facts and verified information. Now, let's look at what has been claimed and why this development has attracted so much attention. The statement attributed to Chief Barrister Maxwell Opara alleges that Emeritus Professor Martin Aghaji was arrested on the 3rd of July, 2026 at his residence in Independence Layout, Enugu State. The statement does not provide detailed information about the circumstances surrounding the alleged arrest or whether any formal charges have been filed. Because of this, many questions remain unanswered, and observers are waiting to hear from the relevant authorities. What makes this allegation particularly significant is Professor Aghaji's reported connection to the ongoing legal proceedings involving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. According to the statement, the professor independently assessed Kanu's health condition and reportedly reached conclusions that differed from the medical assessment said to have been presented by the Department of State Services. This reported disagreement between two medical assessments has become one of the major talking points surrounding the latest development. Medical reports can sometimes play an important role in legal proceedings, especially where questions are raised about a defendant's health or ability to participate in court processes. In many legal systems around the world, judges may consider expert medical opinions alongside other evidence presented before the court. It is not unusual for different medical experts to arrive at different professional conclusions depending on the information available to them and the methods they use during their examinations. Because of this, whenever independent medical opinions emerge in high-profile cases, they often become subjects of public interest. Lawyers may rely on such reports to support legal arguments, while opposing parties may challenge their findings. Ultimately, it is the responsibility of the court to determine what weight should be given to each piece of evidence presented before it. In the statement that has been circulating widely, Chief Barrister Maxwell Opara also called on several professional and civil society organizations to pay close attention to the situation. These include the Nigerian Medical Association, the Nigerian Bar Association, civil society groups, and other relevant stakeholders. According to the statement, these organizations were urged to ensure that due process and the rule of law are respected and that no individual is intimidated for expressing what they believe to be the truth. That appeal has itself generated considerable discussion online. Some people argue that every Nigerian, regardless of profession or public profile, deserves the protection of the law and should benefit from due process if they become the subject of any investigation. Others believe that it is important to wait for official information before drawing conclusions about the reported events. This difference in public opinion highlights something that frequently happens whenever high-profile legal matters become the focus of national conversation. Information often spreads very quickly across social media, while official statements sometimes take longer to emerge. During that period, different interpretations and opinions can develop, making it even more important for the public to separate confirmed facts from claims that are still awaiting independent verification. For many Nigerians, the name Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains closely associated with one of the country's most widely followed legal cases. Over the years, Court proceedings involving him have attracted attention from supporters, critics, legal experts, political observers, and members of the international community. Because of that background, almost every new development connected to the case tends to receive widespread public attention. Whether this reported development ultimately results in further official statements or legal proceedings remains to be seen. What is clear is that many people are now watching closely for responses from the authorities, legal representatives, medical organizations, or any other institutions that may provide additional clarity regarding the claims that have been made. As conversations continue to grow both online and offline, one question keeps coming up repeatedly. Why has this particular report generated so much attention? The answer lies not only in who Professor Martin Aghaji is said to be, but also in the broader context of the legal case involving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Whenever individuals connected to a case of such national significance become the subject of fresh reports or allegations, public interest naturally increases. For many observers, Professor Aghaji is not being discussed simply because he is a medical professional. Rather, according to the statement attributed to Chief Barrister Maxwell Opara, he reportedly provided an independent medical assessment relating to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health. If that account is accurate, it places his name within a case that has been followed closely by millions of Nigerians over several years. It is worth remembering that independent medical opinions are not unusual in legal proceedings. In many court cases, especially those involving questions about a person's physical or mental health, lawyers representing different parties may present separate medical experts. Sometimes those experts reach similar conclusions, while in other situations they disagree. When that happens, it is generally the responsibility of the court to examine all the available evidence before making a decision. This is one reason legal experts often emphasize that disagreements between professional opinions should normally be addressed through established legal procedures. Courts exist to evaluate evidence, hear arguments from all sides, and determine what weight should be given to expert testimony. That process is designed to ensure fairness for everyone involved. At the same time, reports concerning the alleged arrest of someone connected to a high-profile case can easily fuel speculation. Social media platforms have become places where information spreads within minutes, often reaching thousands or even millions of people before official statements are released. While this allows people to stay informed more quickly than ever before, it also increases the importance of verifying information before accepting every claim as fact. That is why many observers are waiting to hear whether additional details will be released by the relevant authorities. Questions such as whether formal charges exist, the reasons for the reported arrest, or whether the individual has been granted access to legal representation are all matters that people expect to be clarified through official channels if the report is confirmed. Another important aspect of the statement is the appeal made to professional bodies and civil society organizations. According to the statement attributed to Chief Barrister Maxwell Opara, organizations including the Nigerian Medical Association, the Nigerian Bar Association, and civil society groups were urged to ensure that due process and the rule of law are respected throughout the matter. The phrase due process is one that appears frequently whenever legal matters become subjects of public discussion. But what does it actually mean? In simple terms, due process refers to the principle that every individual should be treated fairly under the law. It means investigations should follow legal procedures, rights should be respected, and decisions should be based on evidence rather than assumptions or public pressure. This principle applies regardless of a person's profession, political views, or public profile. It is considered one of the foundations of a functioning legal system because it helps protect both the rights of individuals and the integrity of judicial institutions. As expected, reactions to the report have varied widely. Some people believe the allegations, if confirmed, raise important questions that deserve careful attention. Others have urged Nigerians not to jump to conclusions until more information becomes available from official sources. This difference in opinion reflects the diversity of views that often emerge whenever sensitive national issues dominate public discussion. Beyond the immediate reactions, the report has also renewed conversations about the relationship between expert witnesses and the justice system. Medical professionals, lawyers, forensic experts, and other specialists are sometimes called upon to provide independent opinions in legal proceedings. Their role is generally to assist the court by presenting professional assessments within their areas of expertise. Ultimately, however, It is the court that determines how such evidence fits into the broader case. Because of this, many legal analysts encourage the public to distinguish between allegations, evidence presented in court, and final judicial decisions. These are separate stages of the legal process, and each serves a different purpose.